I have asked Francesco Sonzoni from Magneti, Italy, to give the speech about the industrialization. So, Francesco, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Emil. Hello to everybody. My name is Francesco Sonzoni. I work in R&D team of Magneti Building, an Italian company specialized in the production of precast concrete elements for industrial, commercial, and logistical solutions. I'm going to talk to you about the industrialization of the Innowe solutions. The objective of the activities was to design a large-scale industrial production and assembly, taking into account the characteristics of the panels, the lab production, and the market trend, in particular the Italian one. Sorry.
You have to have in front. Please share again.
Okay, sorry.
It's perfect. It's correct.
It has been defined a suitable number of panels to produce in a large-scale production process equal to 200,000 square meters for a year, divided in different type of panels studied in Innowe project. So about 100,000 square meters for ATIC solution, 60,000 square meters for ventilated solution, and 40,000 square meters for radiant panels. We have supposed 44 working weeks in a year, with 6 days of working for a week on 2 shifts of 7 hours each. In these slides, you can show the phases for the production of the 3 types of panels. So you can see the preparation of the materials for the cast of the panels, the production of geopolymer, the casting of the panels, laying the reinforcement and the EPS panel for ATIC and radiant solution, and the WGP panels for the ventilated solution. Then the secure the upper mold, the first curing, the molding of the panels, and turning the panels upside down. The second curing, and for the ventilated solution, the drilling holes on the elements, and at the end, the painting, drying, and the storage of the elements. Now you can see a general layout for a production plant for this type of the panels, with 3 different areas. The mixing plant, where we produce the geopolymer, the production line composed by 11 stations, and the cleaning system where we clean the molds. In this video, you can see the mixing plant. The mixing plant is dimensioned to produce 8 cubic meters for a day, about 2,000 cubic meters for a year of geopolymer. Is composed of 3 silos for the powders, in particular furnace slag, fly ashes, and metakaolin. 1 mixer of about 250 liters, 2 hoppers for aggregates, 1 container of potassium silicate, and an automatic cleaning system for the mixer and the pipes. About the production plant, is composed of 11 stations from A to M. You can see station A, where the molds are placed on the tray. The station B, where the geopolymer is casted in the molds. The station C, where the reinforcements, glass fiber, mesh, and bars is placed in the molds. Station D, where EPS or WGP panels are placed above the geopolymer. The station AE, where the upper mold is placed above the lower one. Then we have the first curing chamber, where the panels remain for about 12 hours at 50 degrees. The station F, where the upper mold is removed and placed at cleaning station A. The station G, where the panels are turned upside down and the lower mold is placed on the cleaning station A. The second curing chamber, the panels stay in this chamber at environmental temperature and control humidity for about 96 hours. The station H, where the panels are drilled only for ventilated solution. The station I, where the panels are painted. So the station L, where the panels are dried. And finally, the storage of the elements. In the station M, trace is brought automatically to the station sorry. About the cleaning system, is composed of the 4 stations. Station A, where the molds are placed to start the cleaning process. The station B, where the molds are clean with the use of the thinner oil. The station C, where we use Release oil to spread the molds. And finally, the station D, the cleaned molds are placed in the station closer to the production lines. In particular, the lower molds has to be placed in storage A, while the upper ones in storage B. In conclusion, the estimation of the investment, you can see for the mixing plant, we have estimated a cost from about 200,000 euro to 250,000 euro. While of the production system, we have estimated a cost of about from 1,350,000 euro to 1,650,000 euro. For a total cost from about 1.5 million to 2 million euro. From my side is all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Francesco. Interesting aspect of industrialization, as any new product has to be upscaled. So now is the turn of Loredana Fodor from Pietre, Romania, about total cost of ownership of the products, comparison with traditional products. Loredana, the floor is yours. Please share the presentation on Teams.
First of all, hello to everybody. It's quite strange and unusual not being physically together today, but with the hope that this strange situation will end soon, I will try to do my best and to present to you our most important results. First of all, I'm Loredana Fodor. I'm representing Pietre Deal, a Romanian company specialized in modern architecture solutions, green energy investments, as well as integrated business market plans. Today, I will hold your attention presenting an important result of our project related to the market issues, namely the total cost of ownership of the product. In the UP led by us, we can jump to the conclusion, and we can say that we reached all the main objectives that we proposed to the beginning of the project. So we determined the total cost of ownership of the innovative product, obtaining good results and presenting to the market a product not only with superior technical benefits when compared with traditional isolation methods, but also with a competitive price. Also in our UP, we elaborate the design of disassembly principles and installation procedures for the panels. Our vision was the development of an optimized reuse of construction and demolition waste materials, producing high add value prefabricated isolating and radiating panels to be used in energy efficiency. And our mission was to provide an advanced, innovative and sustainable building solution, easy to integrate in the building design, easy to install, that will be able to surpass traditional isolation technologies, being of course also cost affordable in the market and in line with the stakeholders' needs. In order to define and to calculate the TCO, the total cost of ownership of the product, we used the formula that you can see on my screen. So the TCO, we considered in the TCO calculation the production cost. We add also the installation cost of all the three typology of the products. We add also the maintenance cost, the dismounting cost after the 30 years of lifespan of the product, and we subtract the remaining value. In order to reach our objective, we first set up and we identified all our cost elements. We compared the cost elements and the final result of the cost with the traditional products, with the cost of traditional products existing in the market in this moment. We add the installation cost and other operational costs together with the production cost of the product, and finally we obtain the TCO results. To jump directly to the results that we obtain, here you can see the percentage of reduction of our InnoWe products for the three typology, ethics, cladding, and radiative, that as you can see, compared with the traditional products, traditional existing products in the market, we obtain a minus 35% for radiative, minus 37% for cladding, and minus 38% for ethics in terms of cost reduction. These are very good results for the objective that we proposed at the beginning of the project. Here I want to briefly present to you the traditional products in the market that we compared with. So for the ethics, it was quite difficult to find similar traditional products, because the particularity of our product is the fact that is already ready to be installed in the installation point. Meanwhile, the traditional products have to be worked on site. For cladding, the cost mostly vary depending on the typology of the material chosen for the ventilated panel, so wood, green, marble, and of the fixing system needed in relation to the material of the panels. And we took as similar products, the products that comes from Terra Milano, Engineer, and Sto Italy. For radiating panels, the traditional system existing in the market in this moment can be used for either heating or cooling purpose. Their costs mostly vary depending on the typology of the installation and of the fixing system needed. We took as base for our comparison the Giacomini panels and Uponor panels that is specialized in design and production of radiating system. Of course, the first question that we addressed that constitutes the beginning of our study was what is missing in this moment in the market. And the answer is that the traditional envelope isolation system presents some problems related to the durability, performance in terms of maintenance, application based on hard labor, and of course high cost. All these issues can be minimized through the installation of effective isolation system endowed with outstanding isolation capabilities. Our goal, taking in consideration our goal was to present to the market a product with superior technical benefits when compared with traditional isolation methods. We can say that we have a very good result from this point of view because our innovative InnoWay products presents compared with the traditional one high isolation characteristics, a high durability. In time, our product has 30 years of lifespan compared with 20 years approximately with of traditional products. Our InnoWay products presents lower energy consumption and lower application costs, being a product that is it can be used also for historical monuments. Also, we are proud to say that our InnoWay products reach all the future trends that are healthy buildings, the energy efficiency and ZEP standard, green buildings, and touch also the Europe's 2020 targets imposed by the European Commission. Why building needs super isolation? It was another question that we addressed in our study. Walls are ordinarily the biggest responsible for the total heat lost and of course also gain throughout the envelope. So total heat or loss gain can be more than 35%. So that's why our product come with evident adding value. Apart of the direct benefits that I expressed before, our InnoWay product has present a lot of indirect benefits that we consider in the analysis of all the three typology of our products. Long service lifetime, reducing of environmental pollution and damages, reduction of the energy spent during the whole life cycle of the building, easy and simple installation, of course low installation time and cost, significant cost reduction, retrofitting capability, respects sustainable principles, safety and security, low maintenance and operational cost, adaptability from the viewpoint of the dimension, ideals for historical monuments rehabilitation, and future recyclability. Here you can see the lifespan of our product compared with the lifespan of existing solution. As you can see, our product has 10 years more than the lifespan of the traditional existing solutions in the market. In order to calculate the final TCO, the total cost of ownership of our product, we considered the pre-production, the production and post-production stage, taking into consideration the hidden costs, support staff, train, management, network, the direct cost, the indirect costs, the maintenance and technical support, and of course the dismounting cost of the product after the end of the lifespan. Product stage and preparation stage, we took in consideration raw material support, the transport to the factory. The conclusion after our analysis was that the factory should be at the maximum distance of no more than 200 kilometers. In order, this is the optimum distance. Another cost was manufacturing construction process, transport to the building site, construction installation process. In the use stage, the costs related to the use, maintenance, repair, replacement, refurbishment, operational energy, operational water use. And regarding the end of life, deconstruction, transport to the landfill, processing, waste processing for reuse, recovering, recycling, disposal, benefits and loads beyond the system boundary, and reuse, recovery, recycling of the product. We can summarize by saying that the final TCO can, of course, be reduced throughout industrialization and throughout the standardization of all the production process of the three categories of the product. So, regarding the methodology that we use for the TCO calculation, I have presented before the formula and the relative cost that we took into consideration. We also took in consideration the lifespan 30 years of our product compared with 20 years of traditional products. We took into consideration also some labor cost in function of the territoriality. And as methodology, first of all, we choose the comparison, we choose the products that we want to compare with. We calculate also the TCO, that of course is an estimation, is a range of the cost of the products existing on the market. We after that we calculate the TCO of our product, and of course finally we compare to the two results. Here I want to briefly present to you some results. Here you can see the calculation of the industrialization cost of our product. So as a methodology, we took in consideration the cost from the pilot plant, to which we applied a total reduction about 40%. And for adapting other more efficient product methods, we applied a reduction of 15% and 12% for improving the performance of current production methods. Thinking to an industrialization process, that means about 2,000 products per day as an optimum production. Here you can see the results for cladding panels. For cladding panels, we used the same methodology. For radiative panels, we use the same methodology, and the results that we obtain, as you can see here, regarding this one only from the point of view of the production process, as you can see, our products could be inferior from regarding ethics, could be inferior as production cost compared with the traditional one. Meanwhile, the cladding and radiative one present production cost superior, not more, but superior with the traditional one. Sorry, is blocked. Can you hear me?
Yes, Loredana, I hear you. You share now the screen of your Teams. Please back to the presentation.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
So maybe you close, don't worry.
Okay.
Share again.
Okay. Did you saw this this slide?
Yes, this is the transport specific costs have to be considered.
Yes. Okay. So we gain in terms of TCO in terms of final TCO results. We gain with the installation costs that are inferior than the existing traditional solutions, and of course we gain a lot by presenting to the market a product that has a long lifespan with 10 years more than the traditional products. So the final results are that the three typology of our products could have decreased percentage comparing with the traditional solutions between 35% and 38%. So we are proud of these results, and we trust that our product don't have only superior technical characteristic, but we can present also a very good price to the market. Regarding the value proposition, I want briefly to focus your attention only to the main characteristics. So our product will come with a reduction of energy spent during the whole life cycle of a building, with a long service lifetime, easy and simply installation, significant cost reduction, has capabilities of retrofitting, respects sustainable principles, low installation time and cost, safety and security, low maintenance and operational cost, adaptability from the viewpoint of the dimensions, ideals for historical monuments, present, of course, an evident future recyclability. In the circumstance of using CDU, environmental pollution and damage will be reduced. All these externalities, as I presented to you, also has been economically quantified. InnoWay product is basically demountable panel that can be reused if not damaged, or milled and used as secondary material. Some conclusion and future market research. The construction market all over the world are shifted towards a more sustainable construction. The global urbanization and climate change are driving demand for new buildings and retrofitting actions focused on more energy efficiency solution. The increased attention of governments to reuse waste materials and ZEB and high performance building. All of these trends that I exposed before are favorable to the InnoWay product market entrance that can bring not only superior characteristics and more long-term benefits, but also better price compared with traditional existing solutions. So thank you for your attention. We really trust in our product and hope to see it in the market as soon as possible.
So any business needs accountants, and now I'm sure that having Loredana on board, I could make the success. Well, now is the turn to Jakub Pluta from IZNAP Poland to give the speech on exploitation plans. Jakub, the floor is yours.
Good morning to all of the attendees of this conference. My name is Jakub Pluta, and I'm an engineer from IZNAP, the Polish SME, being the partner in the InnoWay project. So I present the exploitation plans of the InnoWay project. These plans have been developed in cooperation between two specific work packages of the project. The work package 6 for market and cost analysis, and work package 7 for exploitation and intellectual property rights management, to provide the exploitation strategies for InnoWay results we had to follow the following steps. Firstly, it was necessary to define the project results and more specifically the key exploitable results. Then we needed to analyze the market situation to identify the competitive products and define the innovativeness of our results. With IPR analysis for each result, we established its ownership, and then we needed to define what are our target groups of customers to which we want to offer the results. With this, we were able to develop the exploitation plans for each key exploitable result. But what exactly is the key exploitable result? It is the result of few or is of single or a few project results, which together can provide a competitive product or service to the market, and which bring the innovativeness, what also makes it competitive and different from other technologies which are currently in the market. So simply the key exploitable result is the result which has potential to be commercialized in the market. So after the 4 years of the project, in the final list of the results, among them we identified 10 key exploitable results. And here I will present 4 products. One of them is the pilot plant modified for production of the fine fractions secondary raw materials from construction demolition waste in the size which is required for geopolymer production. It is also provide, so for this purpose, it has to provide the aggregates of size even from 0 to 2 millimeters, and also it allows us to adjust the size as we want. Another 3 products are 3 types of geopolymer panels with ethics-like and ventilated panels for outside use, and radiant panels for indoor applications for heating and cooling. By incorporation of geopolymer-based secondary raw materials from construction demolition waste, the panels offer a lower carbon footprint and also higher sustainability than other alternatives based on the Portland cement. The radiant panels also characterized by higher thermal efficiency than plasterboard solutions which are currently present in the market. There are also 3 processes as a result of Innovi project. One is the geopolymer panel production unit. Here the strong point is its owner's strong know-how in building and modification of the production lines for geopolymers. Also, such solution is now some kind of unique in the current market. Other 2 processes are the process and optimization, production process and optimization for 2 geopolymer binders. One inorganic with inorganic construction demolition waste incorporated, and wood binder with wood waste content. Similar to the panels, they also provide lower carbon footprint by incorporation of the construction demolition waste. They are optimized to be used in production of geopolymer construction elements for building and production process. The production process of the binders does not require providing heat or other additives for hardening, what is needed in case of other alternatives. The last 3 key exploitable results are services. The first is the prototype irradiance procedure for thermal testing of the ethics walls. It offers easy to perform thermal tests and now has no competitors in the market. The life cycle assessment of geopolymer products provides the LCA datasheet for geopolymer-based products based on real data and tests which were obtained directly during the 4 years of the Innovi project. Innovi also offers the new engineering design for geopolymer prefabricated panels. This result is an innovation by itself, as there are currently no geopolymer panel solutions available in the market, so there is no design how to use them. The next part was the definition of the target customers. In case of Innovi, they are the geopolymer manufacturers to whom we will offer the fine fraction secondary raw materials, the geopolymer binders, and LCA service. For the manufacturers and distributors of the prefabricated elements for buildings, Innovi offers 3 types of panels and production unit for geopolymer panels. For the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning installers, in this case, can be interested in the radiant panels for heating or cooling, and in the irradiance test for the ETICS walls. The new engineering design can be offered to the architects, constructors, and public authorities, but the constructors can be also interested in all the panels and use of the secondary raw materials aggregates in other applications, as the aggregates in size not suitable for geopolymer production can be successfully used as example in as a fillings in road construction. During 4 years of Innovi project, we identified some advantages and disadvantages. Here I mean the barriers in market introduction of Innovi results. The opportunities are more strict standards and requirements for CO2 emissions, requiring bigger share of recycled materials in the market, and bigger requirements for energy efficiency of buildings. Now there are needs also for faster construction, where Innovi provides easy and fast to install prefabricated panels. Also, the tests performed by ZAC are providing very promising results about environmental impacts of Innovi solutions. Regarding the barriers, besides improving and more strict standards, there is also lack of regulations defining the use and assessment of geopolymer-based products. Some alternative technologies, as an example, the Portland cement, can be offered in lower costs. The technologies currently existing in the market are fully developed and optimized, while in case of Innovi panels and the binders, it still needs some tests to reach fully developed product. So when we expect to reach the market? Within the Innovi project, it was assumed to enter the market within 5 years after the project's end. Some of the products and services are ready now, so it depends on the owner to decide when they want to enter the market. But for the Innovi panels or the construction products to reach the international market, it is required to obtain the CE mark. However, it is available for the products with the technology readiness level of 9 or 10. In case of Innovi panels, this level is 6. So what we achieved, what was the goal of the project. However, to provide the fully developed product to the market, there is needed still some tests and demonstrations. Going to the conclusions, for each key exploitable result, it was necessary to analyze its innovativeness and market situation and establish its ownership. There still exist barriers in the market to introduce the geopolymer products to the market. They are still, so the geopolymers are still new technology, especially in construction sector. So there is a need to develop European standards or a European assessment document which will support such products. They will has to define the requirements of physical, chemical, and technical properties of the geopolymer products, and also the methods how to assess these properties. So for this purpose, it is needed to influence the standardization bodies, showing this issue for further standards improvements. As it was also said, especially the panels still need more work to provide the fully developed product for the market. And so this is the end of the presentation, and thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Jakub, for your presentation. I would like just to underline that this assessment for exploitation strategy to innovative products of this project has been performed since beginning, and plenty of work has been done by ourselves, by ISNAP. So now is the short session, question and answer again. So now, Francesco Turn, what was the base to design the production plant? Have you based it on any similar technology of production? So Francesco, very quickly, please.
Yes, thanks for the questions. Of course, for the project of the production plant, we were based on our experience, the experience of Magneti Building in the production of precast concrete elements. In the project, we have studied multi-layer composite products to be produced sequentially with the application of the modern technologies of industrialization and automation. I think it's all from my side.
Turn of Adriana Bernardi, our coordinator, to give the closing speech. So Adriana, the floor is yours. Please share the presentation.
Thank you very much, Emil, first of all, for the organization and the management. Thank you to all of you to have the patience to follow our results. I hope that all of you enjoy what we do. We did for 4 years of hard work, I assure you, and this is I'm proud of this result, and I hope that you were happy to listen all of this. Anyway, I conclude on saying that we have a producer, also something that can be useful to all of you, is a training manual with all the information that you heard today are summarized in this manual that is a technical manual. So it will be present next in October. We have finalized the translation because we translate also in different languages. So for to facilitate to have the information, and also there will be a video that will present a summary of the project. You will find both in the website. That the address is on the bottom. So I close saying very, very big thanks to all the partners, to all the parties involved in this project. You see only the name of the institution, but behind this there are a very big quantity of people that worked in these 4 years. I thank you very, very much to all of this, and also our advisor panel that follow us during these 4 years. So this is my last words about this project. My last thanks to everybody, to the present, of course, and I hope that this project, the results of this project will continue in the development of the future, because it's very important for our sustainability of our world and ground where we we live. Okay. Thank you very much, and see you in the future. I hope with other occasions similar to that.
Thank you, Adriana, as well. So to guide us in this journey, during 4 years, where we discuss plenty on the consortium. So I would like to share just one slide with you. So the streaming will be available on the website of the InnoWe project. So keep tuned. And with this word, officially, I'm ending the final conference of InnoWe project. Thank you. See you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.